Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Charles Young, also known as Open Thoughts. Hey, follow me on OpenThots.com. That's OpenThots.com. All right, so check this out. It's about to be the new year, and people like to say that they're going to change, which we all know is bullshit because most of us never change at the new year. It always takes some drastic catastrophe in our life for us to get a thought or an idea to change some type of event that we feel that we should have changed a long time ago. So I'm not really into the New Year's resolutions and stuff like that, because we all know that's bullcrap, because that's only something that you say 15 minutes before the ball drops and 15 minutes or 15 minutes after the ball drops. So here's some things that I possibly could express to you guys that I think it will be a great thing you should start focusing on. Diet is number one. Your health is the most important. Exercise, also creativity, also find something that you want to do. A lot of the time I'm seeing a lot of people right now who is living every day waiting to die. They're not doing anything, and it's crazy. I've talked to a lot of older people, talked to a lot of younger people, and they don't really have a sense of what they really want to accomplish in their life. They kind of just want to work, wait for that retirement check, and clock out. You know what I mean? So in this society, we must do something. Change the way you think, because the way you change, if you change the way you think, you can change the way your society and your universe is actually created and evolves or changes around you. The people around you actually change. Change the way you think. Look up some things that's going to help you change the way you think. I think the biggest thing we need to do is change the way we think. If we change the way we think, everything else follows. I've learned through the years, gone from being a depressive mess to actually coming into the understanding of me, myself, understanding my worth, my value, and my potential. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean I need a million people to follow me, because that makes me feel worthy of success. No, just one, and somebody can pass that on. All I'm looking for is for people to understand themselves, because the more we understand ourselves, the more we can understand one another, and we can't continuously judge individuals on shit that we have no knowledge of, because how can you judge a person if you don't know yourself first? Honestly, how can you judge anybody? And one of the biggest things I want to think that we should do this year is, I would like to say, we need to become an asset. And what do I mean by us becoming an asset? I mean asset in our thinking. Become an asset, because being an asset, that creates wealth for you, mental wealth and financial wealth as well. A lot of the time I've always heard poverty is in the mind. It's in the mind. And that's true. It really is. But if you change the way you think, you change the way the outcomes around you respond to you or happen to you or for you in that sense. A lot of people don't understand the power of the universe and how how it's so for you. It's so everything that you need is for you. Some people dwell upon all these other beliefs, and one of the biggest things is they believe in all this other crap that doesn't work for them, because they don't believe in themselves first. And that's another thing I want to say is, I believe that we need to get more in tune into ourselves. Get more in tune into yourself. Like I said, if you become an asset, that you can change your environment and your structure around you. Also, become an asset, you can actually pass that on to other individuals. You can pass that wealth and that knowledge. I've received so much wealth and knowledge from asking the universe for it. I've received business partners, new consciousness, new comedy, new everything. I've received so much just by asking it. So many things I never thought I was going to receive and that I couldn't do. And these are things that I've actually received freely, given to me by the universe. And a lot of you people got to check this out. There's a book I need to show y'all. You gotta read. It's the greatest book. I'm really into this book. I'm finishing it this time. It's called The Secret of the Ages by Robert Corley. This book is amazing. This book will change your whole outlook on life, your whole conscious structure, because you're really unconscious. Most of you are unconscious. This book will help you, whether regardless of you're religious or not. It hits on all cylinders and all sides, and it helps you awaken your mind to a state that you have never seen before. Another thing you should check out is the healing tones, the meditation tones. That'll definitely help you. That'll work on stuff. I know people like to get into the stones. That stuff works. But the number one thing we must have is confidence in ourselves. If we don't have confidence in ourselves, it means nothing. You know, none of this stuff means anything. And a lot of that is in that book. It teaches you self-confidence. You got to be confident. They say the genie of the mind. They use an example of Aladdin and the genie. And he says whatever Aladdin desired, the genie would grant. Well, that's the same way with our mind. Whatever we ask of it, it shall come to pass. And sometimes you don't need to even put any effort to it. Sometimes things just come to you. I know a lot of things have came to me that I didn't put any effort into, but it just did it. And I put it in there, and I was sincere about my belief in that particular area or that particular situation. I just believed it and forgot about it. And guess what? It ended up showing up. And then as time rolled around, as I got to that event, it was like a click in my mind. It was like, yo, you remember when you asked for this? I know you probably forgot about it, but you remember when you asked for this? And I'm like, wow, I asked for this, and this is crazy. I mean, I've received so many things. I mean, it's overwhelming, because I've learned a lot through this year, through the following previous years. I'm still learning, and that's always good. You're never growing, you're always growing. Because if you're growing, that means you can't grow no more. So lose that concept of I'm grown. I learned that when I was when I was younger. I knew that. They always say to me, "Oh, you're grown now, you grown." I was like, "No, I'm still growing." And at the time, the other end of that was because I still live with my mama. So all I'm saying is change the way you construct and produce thoughts. You know, it's hard, it's difficult sometimes, but after a while, eventually you'll get it. I use this 21-day method that I'm working on, and I feel like this method is perfect, because anything you start for the first 3 days, after 3 days, you'll start getting the rhythm. Now, it takes a week, 7 days to get into a nice balance. Then after that, you have 3 weeks. After 3 weeks, what's 3 weeks? 21 days, 21 days. 21 days to change. So in 21 days, you can actually change the way you think. Change. It's the 21 day method. 3 times 7 equals 21. And if you start the first 3 days, you'll get into a rhythm of it. 7 days, you'll get into a nice cycle of that event that you're trying to change, and then go for the 3 weeks. And you're perfect. So try that method out. See if that works for you. I know it's going to work for me. I know a lot of things I'm going to use that method because I've seen it happen and change in my personal life. And it's just fascinating. So all I want to say is you guys have a great year. Ask me any questions. If you think this was helpful, share, like, post, leave a comment, do whatever. Just as long as you know that if you change yourself, if this helped you change you or somebody else, then it was all worth it, me speaking on it. So I thank you, and you have a good one. Happy New Year. Peace.